everybody. Welcome back to another brand new episode of that Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. And I'm here with the boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Todd. Woo, baby. Yeah. We're here.
We are.
Yeah. We are the youth of the nation.
Just another week.
Yep. And Jimbo's got that cool voice.
GT7 world.
Yeah, I have that deep, sexy,
That Barry White
shit voice.
Yeah, come hither.
I'm drinking
late night jazz radio.
right now. I'm drinking lemon tea with extra lemon in it, and it's not helping.
Oh,
so.
Honey, you need lots of honey.
Oh, yeah, you do need the honeys.
Nope, I can't.
That shit.
Can't
Sorry.
do honey?
Get some Manuka.
I have
Get some Manuka.
I have diabetes.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
You would have a spike. Oh, yeah.
No, there is no such thing as sugar-free honey.
I'm sure they make it. It's probably fake as shit, but
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll give you a fucking heart attack.
it
or
will.
something.
Yeah,
And cancer.
That's usually what happens.
Cancer,
Yeah,
heart
more
attack.
than likely the cancer will get you.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All that
Highly
shit.
processed.
Yeah, highly processed. Good for your body.
Yep. Really good.
Good for your body. You gotta love the diabetes team that I go through, and they're a whole. Oh well, you know, if your blood sugar is a little low, what you need to do is toss a bunch of carbs in your body, like oatmeal or granola. And I'm like, yeah, I don't eat that stuff anymore. Sorry. Yeah, and I've gone back to I've gone back to my keto diet, and they're like, ooh, you gotta be careful. That's dangerous. I'm like cutting out ultra processed foods is dangerous.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Right.
I'm like, sorry. I eat meat.
Meat.
It is. It's a shock to your system. That's why.
I eat meat, which is not a surprise.
Wah, wah.
And I eat meat and green leafy vegetables.
There you
That's
go.
what I eat.
There you go.
You know what the hardest thing about eating vegetables is?
The wheelchair.
Yeah.
Wow. No, that's good, man. I mean, too, it's a lot of portions. If you keep your portions nicely sized, and a lot of it's
Portion
overeating.
control.
If you eat the fresh foods and you don't overeat, I mean, you should be pretty solid.
Yeah, let's see.
Back to
from-
basics.
And regular.
Yeah.
From 300
Oh, yeah.
a year ago, I'm down to 265.
Woo! Goddamn.
Nice.
He's
Oh.
melting away.
Oh, yeah.
He's melting away.
Yeah, here pretty soon, because of all the extra skin, I'm going to look like an ice cream cone in the fucking Death
Melting in
Valley.
the sun. Ooh, fucking Peter Griffin.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to look like the Blob.
Oh, shit. That's hilarious.
Only because it's true.
No, Jimbo in the next year will have a six-pack and ripped.
Yeah, that's a six-pack of...
Wasn't it Homer Simpson? He lost all the weight and then he used clothespins to hold all the skin back. So he looked ripped from front, but in the back it was all fucking pulled.
Head back. All folded over.
Yeah, held together with clothespins on his back.
Oh, goddamn.
Way too
good.
funny. So, weekend racing. We
Yeah.
had, so, number one, I don't think I did any of the actual weekly races.
Yeah, I
Neither.
didn't either.
I was so busy.
We
did,
did,
Monday
we
night, that
did
was
practice. Yeah, we did practice for, oh, that's right. We did do Monday night. God
Yep.
damn it. I forgot
I don't even
about
remember
that,
Monday
but-
night. I remember I did
but-
it, but I don't remember how it went.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now, the new Formula car is a blast to drive, but it is
Oh, that's right. That's what we drove.
very,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very,
Barcelona.
very difficult,
A couple of those.
very
Yeah.
difficult car to drive.
Blast.
and
A
here's
Which
blast
I have
something-
been
VR.
to drive, yeah.
Yeah, and here's something that I found out: the SR system has changed.
Ooh.
The SR system has really changed. If you hit somebody, even if it's not your fault, like I got a 4-second penalty because I missed my braking point, which happens. I went from being fully SDR to dropping down to A. One incident.
Wow.
One incident. Not meant.
Yeah.
Not. I didn't mean to hit those people. Really, honestly, I didn't pull Hawco.
We love you, Hawco.
Missed my braking point and hit a car and completely lost all of my SR.
Damn.
Yeah. So it seems that they have changed the SR system, which I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
No.
Which they said they did.
Right. So
Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
One thing though, here's one thing I noticed is I think it's say that strictness, or say extreme strictness for SR is in daily A.
Oh, okay. For that, because it's SR only.
Because it's not. Because it's SR only. You're not coming in there and just fucking wrecking each other, or you're going to get screwed.
Right.
It's increased a little bit more. It does pay impact on the other races, but I think it's a little more strict on daily A.
Okay.
For SR because of the SR.
It's one of those freebies, but they don't want you being a jackass.
Yeah, don't be a jackass. It doesn't affect your ranking, but we will tank your ranking in SR. Like if you had one more bad race there, Jim,
I probably would have
dropped to B.
Yeah, I would have reset.
And you would have dropped your ranking down to C, at least probably B to C, somewhere in that area.
Probably.
If you drop your SR to B, you will lose at least one level of DR, even in a non-DR race.
Right.
So be careful.
Well, the next race, we all did Nürburgring too.
Yep. Oh yeah.
We did.
Yep.
That wasn't bad. I used the Ferrari to test.
Race.
Yeah, that's right.
I used the Porsche to test. It wasn't a bad race at all. I think it should have been I think it should have been 12 laps. Honestly,
it's a little short.
It's a little short, but
yeah,
I'd like 15 at least. That'd be nice.
And then we had ye old Man You Start on Wednesday.
Man You Back.
Suzuka.
With the dumbest times ever. 2, 4, and 6 o'clock.
Yes.
How does that fucking work
on
for
a Wednesday?
Anybody?
Well, that's specific time. That's specific
that's specific time. So think about this, though. If you live in Hawaii, in Hawaii, it's 3 hours earlier. So
Dude, it is 11 o'clock.
It's 11. Yeah,
1,
it's 11,
3.
11, 1, and 3. How does anybody who has a job able to do that race? Mm-hmm. Oh, wait.
Like I'm barely able to make not barely, but I usually, can only make the last slot 7.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I work until 5. So now it's just barely getting in the door. Like even Saturday night, it's a Saturday. I still work.
Right.
Like some people work weekends.
Oh yeah, you're busy.
And I got what? I was on time 10 minutes before the race.
5-10 minutes before, and we called it. We're like
last slot.
RL was hanging with us, and we're like, dude, just wait, because Mike could show up 5 minutes before it starts, and sure as shit, he made it and popped in, and it was like, whoosh.
You know what I mean? How is that? And I going cold.
Yep, cold, no warm up.
You know what I mean? So how the fuck is that fair?
I wish,
say fair. You know what I mean?
I think they need to add for GT1
one more slot.
1 or 2 more. 1 or 2 more.
There needs to
especially to make up for the West Coast. And if West Coast guys race with West Coast guys, then so be it. But just add those extra.
Exactly.
Couple.
We have 3 slots on a bad time, and fucking the low GT2-3 have 10 slots all day long.
God, 10? They have 10?
They start in the morning.
They race all day.
And we only get 3. They have 10 and we get 3. We should have at least 5. 4 to 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
exactly. They have all day slots.
They have all day.
You know what I mean?
Slots.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Because they just set it up and they set the times, and that's it.
Get screwed over. You know what I mean? The top tier gets screwed over.
They do, but again, to be fair, if you look at the 600,000 plus people who do online racing, the group D, C, and B drive, there's a couple 100,000 when you get into AA plus. The numbers shrink. There's when you get
when you get
whatever
it's crazy because us
they don't
as
mix and match. That's right.
No, when it comes down to it, especially the A, high A plus, we are really in a small group.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I forget about that. I
Few of us.
I feel like there's more of us than there really is.
Yeah, and they're not.
We are not the aliens, but we are in the elite class of sorts. Being AA plus on a regular. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like you said, like the small percentage of drivers in the game that are A and A plus. Is relatively low to the, like Todd said, the hundreds of thousands in the B and under.
Yeah.
There's probably got to be 85%.
Yeah.
That are B and under, maybe
easily.
A and then A plus is probably maybe 5% people for A plus.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Probably something like that. Like in the top 10% is A or better.
Right.
Something
I would say
kind of thing. So
I would say it's probably even a smaller percentage than that.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people would fluctuate for a BA kind of low level.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like that's why I say 80 to kind of 85 to 90%-ish kind of thing because of that gray area where there's those just barely and then they drop. That's barely and then they drop kind of thing. Whereas like, so you got 10% of strong A or better players and then probably 5% A plus and then the alien 1%ers of that 1% kind of thing in the S's in shit like that, right?
Yeah, high actual, and it's funny because you can grind out a very high A plus.
Oh yeah, if there's a good race one week, I mean they don't give you as much DR now, but there's a good daily race and you fucking grind your ass off.
Well, it's increased now.
Yeah, you can grind it out. The problem is the actual top A plus players that are actually good is like half a percent.
Right.
Like
it's probably the top 40, 50 people in the game.
Yeah, I would say probably the top 100 are the actual good racers.
Yeah.
You know.
You got the aliens that are like a second ahead of the top 40 or so.
Yeah.
Those are the top 40, 50 who are battling for the world tour. You know what I mean? Those are the top 50. I would say are the ones that, given the good day, are able to qualify or do well for like that level of like to get to the World Series. Maybe not completely, but a race or two against those guys on a given day. Anybody outside that are good, but aren't going to be quite there. They just don't quite cut the cheese kind of thing.
So how did you feel about Wednesday's race? I mean, I had to drive home as fast as possible and then hop in with, 15 minutes before the race starts. How do you feel the I like the race. The race was a good race.
The race was great.
It was. Yeah, it was awesome.
The race was great.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
It
was a good one. Good length.
Yeah.
Not too long, not too short.
I had an amazing pass at 130R, and I shared with everybody. And I thought I had bumped into the guy that was on the outside. I did not.
Oh, dude, that was clean.
Even happier.
It was a clean, good pass.
That was great. The BMW on the left hand side of me banging into me. Fuck that guy. Dude, he was rolling through people that entire race. He was just banging into people, pushing people off. I mean, he had done it to that Porsche. He pushed that Porsche way wide. And that's why I caught up to him.
Yeah.
So being able to swing past him and get a couple more spots. I think I ended up 5th in that race, 4th or 5th.
Oh yeah, nice.
So good race for me. How the rest of you boys do?
Who wants to go next?
Suzuka. First race had suspension damage on lap 1. Then lap 3 got taken out, so my race was done. Race 2, again qualified good. With an extra lap, I had 8th and 7th and 6th in front of me. I was on fresh sauce. Rear-ended a guy in the Casio, so ruined his race and my race. And then the third race,
dirty bastard.
Third race, I did an undercut. I had a horrible qualifying, 14th. Was up to high as 6. Had 7th, and then in the Casio, I got rear-ended on lap 19. So I had front rear damage. The guy waited and never passed me, so I ended up finishing 7th for, I don't know, like 200 and something points, and then so good race, 20 laps, good length. It was fun. I couldn't get out of my own way. Basically, 3 fucking incidences. So, but overall fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Just wanted a better result.
I just put a little clip in Discord there if you guys can see it. Jim's already seen this one, but this is part of my race. I liked it. I went Ferrari obviously as well. I got damage on my first stint on the mediums and the rear. The guy kept fucking banging into my rear, fucking in the corners hard. But it took like 3 hits, and it finally kind of did damage coming out of the hairpin. I started dropping back. I think I dropped from 5th to 8th or something like that, 9th by that time when I pitted. Fixed damage came out, and I chased everyone down. And had lap 19 coming into the final lap into the Casio. The clip I just put there in Discord is a pretty epic pass into the corners, and I just pulled away from there and finished 5th again. So,
yeah.
But yeah,
nice.
It was a great race, great move. I had two laps, the lap previous to the clip that I shared with you guys there, and I did the same thing, but we came out side by side, and he held the position on the outside. But I put so much pressure that next lap on him, his tires were done. So the next lap, I set him up again, and he couldn't hold me off. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was pretty stoked about the move when it happened. I was just like, oh my God, I couldn't believe I fucking pulled it off. Late braking, round the outside into the Casio to the inside, and took off. Almost lost it on exit, a little squirrely. Oof. But in the clip, you can kind of see it fucking like get a little bit of a wiggle getting on the throttle.
Wiggle.
Yeah. I gotta say they really come out lately with Manu races, putting a good effort into creating a good one, considering. So.
Yeah, they have. They've done a good job putting them together, especially Manu.
How was Saturday's race? I did not make Saturday's race, or yesterday, or 2 days ago. That's right. This is Monday morning. I always forget.
We already told him we let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah. So I was feeling a little too sick to do it. Wasn't too sick to play some Duke later in the night, but was too sick to do the racing. How'd you guys like the race, number one, and how'd y'all do?
Daytona.
Well, there is Daytona. How can you not like that? So good race in general. Yeah. Great length.
Needed 4 more laps, in my opinion.
Yeah, 24 would have been good, but 20 was still respectable.
That's what they should have done.
24 actually really would have put the fucking tires to the test, I think.
Yeah.
Because you would have had a couple extra laps you really would have had to watch it, maybe even a little bit more fuel saving, kind of thing.
Yeah.
To save some time. So.
Because I pitted in one race at the end of lap 5.
Yeah.
And everything, and was still able to push the tires. Yeah. I mean, they were
driving, Todd?
The Lexus.
The Lexus, okay. Yeah.
The RCF. Good car, like it.
Yeah. How was it at Daytona overall?
Again, PSN was down. If people didn't know, but I'm sure you all know. So yeah, really didn't practice much. Usually a track I'm pretty quick at. I couldn't find pace really all race, but first race again got fucking rear-ended, so I had aero damage, so that shot was done for. Second race, guy took me out going into the back straight, basically the infield on like lap 16 or 17. Porsche just got under my bumper and spun me around. And that was a battle for 8th place. And then in the third race, again, qualified 14th. Had a good race with Mike Honcho for 8th. And shit, but yeah, I just really couldn't find pace and shit like that. But overall, again, fun race, Daytona. How could you not like Daytona?
How about you there, Sean?
It was pretty good. Well, I'll take that back. Was able to do all 3 races. Like Todd, first race, got smacked around, had damage. Race was pretty much done. Didn't qualify well in any of them, but the second race was actually my best race. It was really good. Was able to make my way through the field, started 11th, and I think I finished like 7th or something like that. So it was better. And then the third race just, it was horrible. Me and RL were actually in the same race for that one. And yeah, we both had a terrible race. So there at the end, the last couple laps, I slowed down, and it was just me and him just racing with each other, fucking around for the last couple laps, spit it out, pushing each other. It was fun because both our races were just done. We were so fucking far back. But yeah, overall good race. Enjoyed it. Just wish I would have done better. And just using these as pretty much practice for the upcoming real season of manufacturers. So I'm trying to do all the races for this. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. That is good. So we had some midweek drama. I guess we could talk about PlayStation.
Mike, how did you do, Mike?
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Yeah, I made it with 5 minutes to go.
Oh.
Actually,
so
7
I had
minutes and 25
7,
seconds, I think, to be
and nice and cold.
Yeah, so I got in the car, fucking no practice. Quali 5th, not too terrible, but I could have been much better. Race started, first corner, the guy in 4th place was kind of glitching. And I noticed he started ghosting as he glitched, so I just said, screw it, and I fucking sent it. And it turned out he was actually going wide. I just couldn't tell because of the bouncing of the car, the glitchiness. And, I ended up moving up right away. We started pulling the top 4, pulling away from everybody. And then lap 3, maybe, I went way too deep into the first corner. I saved it, but I was just like, this like really wide, slow, fucking holy shit, where the fuck am I going? Fucking first corner. Well, and I dropped from 4th to like 8th or 9th kind of thing. Yeah. It was in the back, and then I just kind of put my head down, just focus, like consistency with the traffic and that, and then within a couple laps, again, like the seas parted, fucking people were just going off, fucking crashing, fucking penalties, and I was back to like 5th place or something, and I just kept putting in time. No damage to my car at all for pitted lap 10, and came out in like 7th. A couple people hadn't pit yet, and then I was back to 5th. Pushed, caught up to 4th, passed them, and on the last lap, coming into the last lap just before the bus stop chicane, he had a bad one. His tires damaged something, and I pulled away, and I had gap, so I didn't have to worry anymore. And then finished the race in what I thought was 4th, but turned out to be a 3rd place podium because one of them didn't pit or something, and got a penalty or disconnected at the end or something. Unfortunate for them, but yeah, I ended up with 3rd place, so I was pretty stoked about that.
Yeah.
I was happy in general with the good race and the being able to come back through the traffic without getting involved and damage, and even just getting the 4th, up one position and in a lobby where I was coming in cold, no practice. So to get a podium, whichever way it happened there at the end, I'll take it. So,
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. That is good job, Mike. Good job.
Yeah, Coach Mike.
Love that Ferrari.
Yeah, the Ferrari, man. I'm digging it. I am digging it.
Yeah, me too. For doing it for GP Ring.
Yeah.
That's really the most I've driven it in dry, and good.
They've improved it with the improvements to the game. The Ferrari has improved dramatically because I've driven it before for Manu and that, and it wasn't bad. it was horrible compared to what it is now.
Oh yeah,
like
tires used to fall off so fast.
Oh yeah,
so fast.
And then they fixed it, and it wasn't so bad, but it was still really bad. But now it's like honestly, I think the Ferrari tire wear is pretty much equal to the Porsche and that, the way that they can last, and even when they wear, they still last. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And then we got round 3 coming up Wednesday. Round 3. And what are those details?
We're in Spa. Francorchamps for 30 fucking laps.
Oh, yeah. This is what I
like.
This is going to be one of the
day off,
most,
so.
This is an hour-plus race. You're probably looking, I'd say, 70 to 75 minutes this race is going to take.
Yes.
Because it is starting off in the wet.
Yeah.
We're going to be, from what I've gathered, is not heavy wet, but an intermediate stage wet.
Okay.
That could increase slowly before drying up, and then drying up some point during the race into some sunny weather. It is only hard tires available, so the tire issue won't be because it's only in 1-in-1, so tire wear won't be an issue at all, kind of thing. It'll just be when you get off the slicks, the window. So, and remember also the race line is not as slippery as it was previously. Not necessarily going to be a good thing to drive in the rain, but it won't give you that instant snap kind of oversteer or loss of control that if you cross that race line in the wet was doing before. So,
hell yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be a good one. I love Spa in the fucking rain.
Yeah,
I do. I really fucking do. Was it Puan? The big sweeping left. You come into the S's at the end. Coming into that S section, I make so many passes around the outside first sector there, and then can pull it in, because there's so much grip off the line there, and everybody else takes the inside defending all the time in the rain, and I just around the outside. People have no idea how to drive in the rain, and I make so many passes in that fucking sector, and I look forward to it every time there's a rain race there. It's just like, I'm just going to set this guy up and take him here. It's so easy to do.
I know, I love Spa. Yeah. Spa is such a great track. It's definitely one of my top 5s. For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it should be a really, really fun race.
Yeah, it's going to be an endurance for sure. It's going to be a sweaty one.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Your eyes are going to hurt after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
not
then you're not going to have much
focusing.
much time to chill before you're back into the next one, because that 2-hour gap.
Yeah. Which
like
technically,
it's 75 minutes.
Well, don't worry. I'm only going to get one chance, so
one chance.
Well, I figured because it's 30 laps and it's 2 minutes or so, give or take. I think it's a little over 2 minutes for most people at Spa. So there's an hour right there in dry laps.
In Group 3,
and then you're losing 30
2-something.
So you're looking at an hour at least right there for the average person to do 30 laps. And then on top of that, if it's even halfway wet,
a third,
15 laps with another 30 seconds a lap probably.
To 45
So you're looking at another 10, 15 minutes added on there, and just the time wet if it's half. So if it's longer than that, maybe it's 3/4 wet. Maybe it goes wet to dry to wet. You know what I mean? Shit. All I have is some basic information. You know what I mean?
I think it starts wet and goes dry.
Yeah, but how long? You know what I mean? We've done it long ones before where it's you get you're 22 laps in before it starts drying up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're looking at about 8 to 10 laps, and then you're going dry. So I think we're starting wet, and then it goes dry.
So
from what RL was doing.
Okay. In the practice room, when you go into the practice room, how close of the conditions is that? Like if you were in there and you did 30 laps, would it be pretty equal so you could see kind of what's going to happen?
From what I've gathered lately,
and everything,
From what I've gathered lately, the qualifying is like time trial is somewhat similar for the most part to the race conditions.
Okay.
To start with, the only time it's not like that is if it's a dynamic daily race. If it's a dynamic daily race, they put dry conditions. It's just do time trial.
Yeah.
But it'll always be representative for nations and or manufacturers in the time trial. So if you wanted to go in there, like I'll probably have to go in there, take a look, see the timing, and then that way I can set up a room.
Right.
So I'll know how long. Okay, it's going to rain for about 20 minutes. All right. So I put rain in the first 2 or 3 slots maybe, and then teeter it into sunshine for the last couple of slots of the custom weather setup.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're going to be. I think we'll be qualifying in the rain.
Yeah, I do too.
Kind of deal, and then we're going to start the race in the rain, and then then it's going to just dry up. Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Thank God PSN is back online. We were all scared there for a minute because
the memes that were coming out were classic.
Man, the UK, the guys over in Europe got screwed. So did Asia.
They did.
They all got screwed for round 2.
You know what the funny thing is? I think
Asia, some guys were able to get on, but UK,
I think they're going
screwed.
to they're gonna make Daytona not count.
I have heard that.
Okay.
I mean,
that's cool
because they've done that before when there's problems.
Mm-hmm.
When there's been problems before for a round or something like that, or some kind of glitch, they've not counted it. That you do it, but it doesn't count for nothing.
So they'll do the three out of the 4, not counting Daytona.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So even though that was my best point so far, it ain't going to count for shit in the end.
That was my worst, so that works for me.
18 hours.
Woof.
Yeah.
Not online. 18 hours.
And you would hope they were really doing maintenance and maybe updating some servers, making them better.
They fucked it up.
Instead of not getting hacked.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that they've been hacked.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing is,
allegedly,
they didn't say anything.
Been hacked.
That's the biggest thing is they didn't say anything. So if I was a company, right, and we were doing something and maybe we broke it, I'd at least come out and say we were doing some server maintenance, trying to improve the system.
And
usually there's a warning.
Unfortunately, made a mistake. But we've now corrected it, and everything is back on track the way that we were planning to have it. Mm-hmm. We apologize for the inconvenience. Boom, said and done.
Yep.
Oh, shit, they were doing improvements. Even if it was a lie, you know what I mean? They could have done something like that. But they say absolutely. They say, oh, we have some inconveniences. Sorry about that. Like that, we're not even sorry. Some players may not be able to do certain shit. No, everybody was off. You know what I mean? Like, come out and say something. Like, so 18, 19 hours of, like, not saying a goddamn word and just, like, hopefully everybody lets it go away. Like, that's really bad.
Oh, I was afraid. Well, it sucks because I have the digital version because I didn't get the disc drive for my PS5 Pro, and I couldn't do fucking anything. At least if you have the disc, you can do a few little single-player things.
Literally.
You can't
do
shit.
Do anything at all.
Fucking nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Fucking drove me
nuts. I have a disc PlayStation 5. But I don't have the game. It's all digital. Everything I have is digital. So I was like screwed as well, like completely.
Yeah, digital version. You could not do anything.
You can't do anything at all.
Any game.
They need to fix that. They need to fix that to where when you buy a game with the digital license, it gets locked into your PlayStation on your end. So if something happens like that, you could at least still play some part of the games.
Or
well, that's the thing is like, what the fuck are they? If I'm all digital, what the fuck is taking up all this hard drive space?
Oh yeah.
How come I can't play the fucking game offline if it's on my fucking hard drive?
You have all the data on your shit. It's something I watched a video and it had something to do with the licensing and how they do it for the digital games, because we don't actually own the license. We're like leasing it. So if something ever happened, we get fucked on our end.
Yep.
So it's
even technically the same with your PlayStation.
Yeah.
If you look in the fine print of the end user agreements and that, you don't own your PlayStation. You own the right to use the technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically you just get
at any point
key.
they can brick it. They can brick it.
Exactly.
So which is another reason why they force you online for licensing and all that stuff, is because they need the ability at any point to be like, you know what?
Fuck all
your lease is up.
You're done.
You're done.
I want my money.
Or
pay me.
Even like, say cyberbullying, shit like that.
Right.
That Sony will go in and brick your PlayStation. Yep. They've done it a couple times in this that I know of for sure, where they were being complete and utter assholes online, violating all kinds of terms and agreements and whatnot for the games. So Sony said, "Okay, fuck you, brick their game, their system." It's unusable now, no matter what you do. No pros can fix it because the license has been terminated for it. Right?
Bullshit.
So that what happens? You got to buy another one. Go ahead, spend the money, buy another one. Behave yourself. Nope, bricked.
Yeah.
That's their punishment. Not just a banning for 30 days. They will brick your machine and kill it, and you have to spend more money.
Wasted.
Somebody in Gran Turismo on PlayStation 4, Sony did it to them.
Ooh.
For driving in vulgar language before all the kind of shit it was a little bit more, you can't say that, you can't type that. You notice how you can't do a bunch of shit now, regardless of what it is? Mm-hmm. If you try to type it, it won't go in.
Damn bastards.
Because Sony changed that. Because of somebody in Gran Turismo back in sport on PS4.
Fucked it
Not
all
just
up.
them, but other people too. But
right.
Yeah.
Damn bastards.
But they had to buy another system.
Jesus. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Yeah, hit it.
Talk about bullying and
I was going to say, talking about bullying, let's talk about
things online.
The big thing floating through the interwebs, the Tidgney Hawco situation, which Tidgney made a video that dropped today, Sunday, which is great. I'm glad to see that. But yeah, hit it up, boys. Let's hear it.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I'm glad to hear, especially in the end there on the new Tidgney video, that they've spoken.
Yep.
And they've had open discussion throughout the week. I'm glad to hear that. That means like they're both kind of understanding and say level-headed enough to have a grown adult discussion.
Exactly.
Like I said to Jim about it when it started blowing up, I understand both sides of the fence easily.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It just they're both cut from different kind of sides.
Yes.
Of sorts.
Yes. Yeah. Because we love Tidgney, we love Hawco.
Yeah.
Love both those guys.
Tidgney is that at all costs, don't do anything. Turn the other cheek. It's not worth it. Now your race is wrecked. You're like he's that kind of. Whereas Hawco is more the. You know what? Nobody's doing anything about this, and we've discussed this with him when he was on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody wants to even take the job on, or PD doesn't want to do anything about it. Like, so he has risen to, I'm going to help patrol these lobbies, regardless of my SR, my DR. I don't give a shit about that. I want to be able to race, and I want other people in these races to be able to have an enjoyable time regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And sacrifices himself to make sure that asshole who's been around for 4 or 5 years now doing this most of the time, you know what I mean? It's not just a one-off incident 90% of the time. You know what I mean? It's big ongoing, reported, talked about, discussed. Everybody knows these guys in North America. It's the same thing in Europe. Everybody in Europe knows the Kimmies, you know what I mean? Like, we got them all here as well. And we all know when we get into a lobby, what's one of the first things we all check? Who's in the lobby?
Yep.
Oh, there's some buddies. Oh shit! Watch out for this guy in 4th. Watch out for this guy in 11th. Oh, that guy. Oh shit! We have so and so in the lobby. Fuck! This is gonna be a rough one. You know, like we see it. So when he comes in there, drops to the back, finds that person, and pulls them to the back of the pack, that they're so far back that there's not a hope in hell they're ever going to fucking touch a person.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's just helping the lobby and even sacrificing. Yeah, you might want to look at grief and bullying and that, which, to an extent at times it is, but what it is just giving them their own medicine that they've been doing.
Love.
They've been bullying and griefing everybody in the lobbies for weeks and months and years, depending on who it is. You know what I mean? He's just making sure that you understand what you're doing. This is what you're doing. You're making this unbearable for anybody to drive.
Either fix your driving or fucking get the fuck off.
I know that MFS whatever guy there. I know, I've seen him in races. He's known to be he's got a good race. He's quick.
But he's having a bad day and he's feeling bad though, and he's just got home from work. That's
it's not an excuse to wreck people.
No. It's not an excuse to wreck people.
No.
Should Hawco admitted that he overreacted, but at the same time, we deal with Brazilians and South Americans like they deal
aggressive.
with the Italians and the Spanish are the same way in Europe.
These opinions are solely of Jimbo and
I got Spanish in my blood, and we're aggressive, man. You piss us off, we get a little aggressive.
Yeah, it is true.
Spicy.
everyone. Well, hot-headed.
Yeah, it happens to everyone, but yeah, when someone's doing it repeatedly and not trying to fix their driving, I give props to Tidgney for putting that video out, explaining his situation, going through the video more on how, because, the way he went through it before on the first video, on the plebs video, almost made you seem like he didn't really watch the replay and just kind of went for what Guy was saying. But no, he went back and he watched and he was explaining. And you can kind of see, this guy's, not intentionally doing it. He's just not driving the best, but at that point, dude, you got to recognize in your own driving, I keep late braking, I'm keep fucking up, pull yourself out of the way, let those guys pass, and then try and keep up and drive better is what you need to do. Follow someone and just try to do your best, but continuously doing that, and then that one incident where they really got in the tunnel, and then he just tried to drive off is he should have pulled over.
Yeah, he should have pulled.
Well, that was the thing, is that's where it kicked off right there.
Yeah,
realistically.
Exactly.
Everything was funny, fine. Everybody was calm. At that moment, if you watch when it happens, he hits Hawco a bit, which, oh shit, a mistake, no problem. He goes over, he moves, they get clipped again into the tunnel, and at that point, he panics.
Yep.
And cuts over to block everybody else. That's why he fucking hit Buddy. He could have just kept going on the outside easily if he was keeping room like he had been before. Yep. He panicked. I have a penalty. I don't know. If there was damage, he got a little bit of light front end damage from hitting the way he hit in the tunnel, but he panicked and cut across everybody. Mm-hmm. That's the thing, is it wasn't that was a panic at that point. Oh shit, my race has now gone to crap. I need to do something. And that's what he's been like in previous races. He might be okay here and there, but as soon as anything happens, he fucking panics and goes crazy.
Yep.
I'll say this. If Hawco hadn't hit him, he probably would have got even a bit worse near the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, more frustrated going, and he would have went after more people.
It just, because Hawco got him, it looks a little bit worse because no other incidents really happened. But once he snaps and panics, that switch goes off, he's all over the fucking place.
Yep.
I've had decent side-by-sides at times, but then I've seen him, oh shit, in other races and start fucking whacking everybody, blocking, trying to not necessarily dirty, but really bad judgment driving in a panic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe he's not necessarily dirty, but he's not a great driver in awareness and panics, and I've seen him do that kind of stuff myself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. In my opinion, Brazilians are aggressive. They're entitled. and they're really quick to play the victim, and they figure, hey, I'm Brazilian. I had that tiny little space on the inside, and that's my spot now. Get the fuck out of
I'm
my way.
Ayrton Senna.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
Incarnated in me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They
we've
need to
done
take
it
a step
before.
back and breathe and just realize when you fuck up, like when I fuck up
Jeez.
really bad. Oh, hey, what's up, RL?
When you fuck up, do you
Oh,
fuck
that's
down
mullet.
instead?
RL.
Oh,
That's
mullet. I didn't see. My phone's off. I apologize. But when I fuck up really bad, I know I can't get back up to speed quickly. So I'll stay off to the side, let those guys pass me, and then try and get back up to speed. I fuck myself, but in the end of the day, it's my fault. I fucked up. So you take the loss on the chin and fucking, there's another fucking race, man. They don't end. There's more.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. Like Todd, I think you saw my Daytona, right? You saw that first the corner when I went wide in the first corner at the beginning.
In turn one, yep.
And I did the same thing. I eased in. I didn't fucking pull into traffic. I let everybody go by with momentum because I coming off the track, and then you know what I mean, like. Whereas a lot of people would have panicked, cut over, trying to stop everybody, wrecked everything, got damaged. Like, you know what I mean? Like that racecraft like we have in that, like, okay, if I come back on the track and get in the way, especially in like Man U and Nations, it's like I'm going to get heavy damage.
Yeah.
My race is going to be ruined.
Exactly.
Because these guys are not going to be able to avoid me. Yeah, I get a bit of a brake check, bump check, kind of fucking pulling back in front of them, but I'm going to have rear damage. I'm going to have, so that's, I mean, like we're smarter that way than a lot of those other people where they just panic and I'm gonna lose 4 positions. Fucking, then there's the fucking crash, like.
Well, I feel like too in those A+ lobbies, you kind of see those panics a little bit more to where they're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna lose a bunch of DR and I could possibly go back to B. I can't have that happen, and they fucking panic. When in reality, you're gonna lose. You're probably not gonna go back to a B, but if you do, usually that person's quick enough that you'll make it back to that A pretty fucking quick. So yeah, it just gets a little messy up there when people panic and hate losing. I hate losing. Everyone hates losing, but sometimes you just fucking lose and you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I got pretty good at dealing with it because I lose a lot. God
Winning,
damn it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, winning is nice and doing well is nice.
It is.
But if you're not enjoying the actual race itself, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
If you can't be happy moving up 1 or 2 maybe, or just maintaining a position, who cares if you lose a position? If you can't enjoy the race itself because hopefully people around you are good, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you can have a good race in that aspect. Like, what's the point of racing? If it's fuck, every time you look, like, why are you bothering? You know what I mean?
Dude, that's exactly the point. If people go back,
accept it and enjoy it.
Yeah. Go watch my stream, round 2, second race. I was between 7th and like 10th to even 14th in that group. And there's like 5-6 of us, Brazilians, Americans, Canadians, and it was the best race. All of us were driving great, respecting each other, and we would fall back, move back up, fall back, move, all of us, all 5 of us, and none of us got pissed off and took each other out. And it was some fucking great racing. Even though it was near the back, it was great, and I had a blast.
We've all done it. We've all had it happen to us. When you're battling with somebody, like I would lose a position and be perfectly happy with it because, goddamn, what a good move that was, man.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like there was no bang, no push to pass. Like you earned that fucking one, buddy. Well done.
And you're like, goddamn, good job.
Yeah. And like you see it all the time. It's like, wow, what a fucking great move. You know what I mean? Like it happens. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like enjoy that the fact that you had a race with the person. He didn't just throw it under and push you wide off and fucking ruin your race. You know what I mean? You're actually able to have a race, good or bad. That's the thing you need to do. And if you're not enjoying that, you should be in a different game.
Yep.
You
Exactly.
know what I mean? But it also needs to be a good race. Obviously, you can't have a good race if you can't, like, you obviously can't have a good race if people are bumping you off and this and that. I'm not talking about that. Everybody suffers. It's not fun.
No.
But when the racing is there, and it's there quite often, if you're, you know, I mean, at times, it's fucking fun.
Yeah.
It is super fun to even losing a bit. You know, like one of my favorite moments was getting fucking passed by Igor Fraga. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I knew it was gonna happen, but it was the greatest thing in my life for racing. Like, I lost the position. Yeah, but I lost the position to a world champion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
You know what I mean? Who gives it? It was so fucking fun. You know what I mean? Like, okay, can I stay ahead for one more corner? Nope. All right, that was good.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
You know, so like, enjoy it, have fun, smile about it. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to get better unless you're like relaxed and enjoying it. If you're stressed and uptight, and getting frustrated, you're not going to get any better either.
Yeah.
So,
And which still happens.
Mullet,
You're
how
still
are
gonna
you
get
doing?
mad. Yeah. What's up, Mullet? How you enjoying Manu? We got a few more minutes, but how you enjoying it, buddy?
I'll be honest, I'm not really too happy with the performance of the Corvette.
Oh no!
Oh.
Not
Even though
you're on the top, not fast enough.
Well, the big issue yesterday is
race went bad.
I only got 2 slots. Qualified didn't go so well for the second one. Had to start 14th. Battled all the way back up to second.
Ooh.
And
God damn.
and
Who took you out?
we had a moment where Truth missed his braking point, which chain reaction to the guy in front of him, which chained me off the track.
Okay.
No damage though. No damage though.
That's good.
But we fought right back into the lead pack again, and this guy, Hoyos, I don't know who you are. I hope you're listening. But that guy right there, he weaves in and out of the racing line, and then
He's
I
a South
break.
American driver, right?
I don't know what he is. All I know is he's a putz.
Yeah.
He
he's a
I believe yeah.
I break early, right?
Yeah.
I even let off and brake early, but he lets off and brakes even earlier, which puts me into the back of him, which punts him into the pack, right? He gets damage from it, and then, you know, I guess he decides that, you know, I get damaged, so I'll take Mullet out. So, yeah, starting from 14th, I had some amazing overtakes. If you watch that, I drove very aggressively. Like, when I passed Truth, completely sideways off Sector 1, because I hit that bump going to Turn 2, completely sideways.
Yes. Okay.
Still made the overtake.
Oh, damn.
Right? Like,
Nice.
I was flying, all right? And it's just a shame such a great drive gets no results because, you know, Hoyo's very, like, you know, he just has a very, very, very small wiener.
Oh my!
Yes.
Poor little guy.
oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. No.
It is true. This man has a small dick.
You know, a great race, and if not the fastest, you know, top 2 fastest car on the track, and yeah, the results don't show that.
Dude, I was passing people on the outside. I was flying. I was having such a good drive.
Well, yeah, because
Up
we
to
had
that
our
point.
your first race, we were in the same, and what, you qualified like second or whatever, and
I think I had 7 penalties that race.
Woo,
and still finished
damn.
second.
How'd your SR
you were flying.
after that one?
It stayed the same.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Let me actually give a look-see at the S-Star. Let me look at it.
Because I'm wondering
Yeah, we're still
the
maxed.
DR was supposed to go up and down a little bit more, so I'm wondering if the SR with 7 penalties, I would imagine the SR would have went down a
Well,
teensy
most
bit.
SR is for you lose for contact.
Okay.
Yeah, you can still have a clean race with penalties and fucking, I don't know, like going off track and shit like that.
Because they only do that
Crashes,
sometimes
all that
then in the
contact.
dailies. Because there's been a few times where I've gotten quite a few penalties and not touched anyone, and my SR went down a little bit.
Yeah, it all depends as well. Like,
On how they set it up.
Like for example, Le Mans races.
Right. Yeah,
They
that's
get
the
really
one.
strict on that.
Yes,
So
yes.
They increase the like a daily A there. Like it increases so touching people is a lot more consequential.
But I mean, I'm actually thinking about loading up the Willie B account and driving the rest of Manu on that account because Spa it's
rain.
kind of like a mid car to begin with that Spa, and then with the rain, it's just going to be worse. And then Interlagos is a bad car at Interlagos. There's almost no reason to ever drive the Corvette at Interlagos. So I think I'm thinking about firing up the Willie B account, driving on the A guys because it might be competitive. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Join us.
Maybe I still stomp them, but like, you know, that's just what I'm thinking about, like for the rest of Manu, because you know the one track that I had some of an advantage, you know, top 5 car and 1 lap
at Daytona. Yeah,
we get screwed over.
Yeah.
Well, what was your TT time? That had to be a top 150.
Dude, yeah.
Right?
It was like
I finished in the top 100. I was 99th fastest Corvette in the globe, 143.7.
whoosh.
143.7. Jesus,
Not quite up to standard for you.
Flying.
I only got to
I was only a second off of that, and I was surprised. I was like, holy shit, only a second? I got so lucky. But, oh my God, dude,
I
flying.
couldn't find that kind of pace.
I
race pace.
yeah, in race I was able to do 44 4s, 44 5s,
Jesus.
like without draft.
I think you had a 44.2 or a 44.3. You had like the fastest lap in your first race.
Yeah, first race I had a little bit of draft help after the bus stop, but I got a 44.2.
You did. I was like, holy fuck.
Damn.
I was like, Jesus, dude. I think, flying.
Yeah. Flying. Oh, yeah.
I couldn't get the pace at Daytona.
Yeah, you should do that for the last 2 races. Willie B.
I'll
Fire
take
Willie
him,
B up. Fire old Willie B.
Stuff an MR car.
Yeah.
2 are good MR base car.
But we gotta remember how Willie B thinks though. Willie B gives no fucks.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
He has
Willie
no
B.
fucks.
Willie B's gonna be swanging. Willie B's gonna be swanging that dang.
He's got the elbows out.
That's right. Look out.
Willie B might give you the old bump and run and say, "Do it for Dale" as he passes right by.
Oh, you gotta be. Oh, that'd be such a good skit character, Willie B. Tight fucking jean shorts, a mullet in the back, nice handlebar mustache, the big old dangle hanging, just swanging. Get the fuck out of my way. Willie B is here.
Every corner, fucking bump and run.
Yeah.
Up and down.
I've been working on my Mahomes. I'm working on my Mahomes right now. I got Super Bowl to attend to and Swifties to say hi to and throw touchdown passes to the referee. So I'm working on it.
Let's go
Hopefully
Eagles.
that one goes well.
I'm gonna say it. Let's go Eagles.
Let's go 3-P, baby. Referees.
What does everybody like? Are you liking KC? Are you going KC mullet with the 3P?
I'm going for the refs. I think the refs are going to win this one easily.
Taylor Swift bowl.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the 3P. So
They are
when it
probably
comes to
gonna
Dude, all right, real quick.
Philly's gonna win.
The confidence pool, I'm winning.
Damn,
If me and the
Todd, you got real quiet all of a sudden.
If me and the other guy pick the same team, I win. But dude, I'm leaning towards the Eagles. But you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes.
No, dude.
So,
There's a shift.
It's never
shift.
Patrick Mahomes.
It's Tay-Tay.
It's Patrico Mahomes.
It's Tay-Tay and her girlfriend Travis.
Right? Yeah. Oh, fuck, man.
The Travies and the Swifties.
Yep. Oh, they're done. They have no more momentum.
I've literally, here's the thing. I feel like any result is good for me because I want to see a 3-peat. The next chance we have to ever see this happening again is if a team wins for the next 2 years. So if the Eagles do it, they got to do it 3 times. No, that's never happened. So I want to see something that will probably never happen again.
Fuck no, dude.
But I mean, on the other hand, Saquon Barkley, I really love Saquon being in Pennsylvania. So like, it'd be pretty cool to see him get a ring.
And that dude, that's what keeps me leaning toward. I'm like Saquon Barkley. He is the X factor. He is the X factor. Like,
it is so satisfying watching a football game.
For the snacks.
It is.
In this game.
It is.
That's why it's a 1-point spread.
It is so satisfying watching a football game, right? And the commentators aren't blowing the quarterbacks when Saquon is on the field. Like, they actually talk about Saquon. Like, dude, the Eagles-Rams game, like, people really don't realize how good of a game Stafford had because the commentators are like, oh, Barkley, baby. Barkley, Saquon. Dude, Matthew Stafford, he almost had a legendary performance. He gets that touchdown at the end of the game. That is one of the greatest playoff performances of all time.
Yes.
That's how close he was. He was on, the 15-yard line? He was so close to having... He didn't throw a pick. He threw over 300 yards, dude, in the snow, dropping bombs, dude.
Damn.
Dude, Stafford crushed it.
The Eagles, yeah. I mean, for them to hang in the snow was so impressive.
That was probably the best game I have seen in 5 years. And
well, snow just makes it better.
Way. Right. There's no way the Super Bowl is going to be better than that game. That there was the best game of the season, period.
Nope. The snacks are better than the Super Bowl game.
Unless Saquon runs for
I just love the snacks.
And Patrick and fucking, whatchamacallit, both have killer fucking games.
Well, I got the refs warming up right now. They've been throwing those yellow flags at least 25 yards. I think we're going to have a really good game, to be honest. I'm thinking 15 penalties on the Eagles at least.
A minimum of 140 yards for 15 penalties. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, Todd, send us out. We're over.
On that bombshell.
We're out of here, everybody. Thanks for listening this week.
See you next week.
Have a good week.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Super Bowl and the snacks.
Go refs, baby.
That's
go
right.
Refs.
That's right. Thanks for Mullet for stopping in.
And you Swifties.
Oh shit! Drive to Survive starts March 7th, a week before round 1, where we see Lewis Hamilton get in that Ferrari, and hopefully he has a good race. That's what I'm hoping.
Team McLaren.
Yep, McLaren, Ferrari, and I'm curious to see how Red Bull's going to look in Max. So it's coming up quick, boys. F1's back. Can't wait. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
See you Wednesday.
Yep. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Look out